Hey, this is Matt. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Conor McGregor's recent hair transplant, which I'm going to confirm 100% in this video. It was just a speculation a couple of weeks and months ago because we were not sure, but in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some proofs why it was in fact a hair restoration and why, even if you have all the money in the world and you are balding and you can get the hair back, you can do something about it, why the hell not? Conor McGregor did it, Floyd Mayweather did it as well, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how Conor McGregor started losing hair, what led him towards this decision of getting a surgery and getting his hair back via hair restoration. So if you want to find out more, like this video right now. Also, if you're enjoying these regular updates on hair loss and hair transplants, and as always, before we start with the video, this video has been brought to you by GoFiber, which are hair building fibers you can use to mask any thinning or patchy areas on your scalp to make your hair look thicker and better. So make sure you check out the link in the video description below where you can visit GoFiber, get a free sample of your choice and try them out, see if you like them. Welcome back to the channel once again. Good to see you, everybody. If you are new and you are somebody who is interested in keeping your hair, avoiding being the bald guy for life, doing something about your hair loss, thickening the hair, and eventually getting that hair back to the next level, also with your hairline and temples, utilizing hair restoration, and make sure you check out my website mattdominance.com where you can inform yourself extensively about how to do it the right way, avoid the scams and pitfalls along the way, which makes many guys end up with unsuccessful hair transplant. You want to inform yourself properly. For that, you can also get on a one-on-one call with me on the link in the description below where I can help you out and guide you, assist you directly one-on-one to get the best result with your hair transplantation. Now, let's talk about Conor McGregor's hair transplant and his transformation so far after 3.5 months since his surgery. Now, before I share with you more details about his hair restoration, how it has been done, what type of surgery it likely was, and how his new hairline and temples will likely look, let me share with you a little bit more about his hair loss progression, his hair loss story, and how it all started. So he was like 23 or 24, pretty much mid-20s when he started developing the hair loss recession on the corners. It looks entirely as that usual androgenetic alopecia progression where you go from Norwood 1, which means literally no hair loss, like Khabib, Nurmagomedov, and then you go, start receding on the corners. There will be already like a Norwood 1 to Norwood 2 transition, and then even your hairline starts moving higher, and that's exactly what happened to Conor. First, it was just corners, and then we see him even with that hairline, recession, which made his forehead looking bigger and bigger over time. On some photos, we even see how that hairline kind of recedes unevenly. On some, on one part, it looks fuller. On another area, it looks thinner, as you can see right here. This is a great time to already start considering treatment, or even to already be on treatment like minoxidil with microneedling, ketoconazole shampoo, finasteride. That's the big three. That's something that you should always start with because it's the most proven, has the most science behind it, most randomized placebo-controlled trials behind it, which are highest quality trials there to determine whether a treatment is effective or not, whether a drug is effective or not. And on these treatments that I just mentioned, there is the most backup in terms of studies. So you should start with that and try to slow down your hair loss, manage it, thicken the hair that you still have, the existing hair, which has a chance of thinning in the future. So you need to take care of that first before considering a hair transplantation. I'm not sure whether Conor did that, maybe not, maybe yes, I cannot comment on that. So if we take a look at this photo, which he posted on his Instagram last November, we will notice some interesting details in his hairline, which is definitely looking like a hair transplantation. His hairline is lowered and it's looking more straight, and even his temple has a better frame. And also on this photo right here, when he partially shows his face, we notice as if his frontal third was full of scabs. He also shaved his head shortly a couple days before taking this photo. So usually this is also a sign of hair transplantation when you need to shave your head. Usually, it doesn't have to be the case always, it can be done also on long hair, but again, normally you need to shave your head, and he did, and we see also scabs in his frontal hairline, which looks like maybe he's first week post-operation. You know, the scabs are already looking more dry, and obviously first you have some blood because there are like micro incisions created into your hairline, or being created on the hairline where the new follicle is going to be placed. So that's looking like that exactly, okay? And definitely his forehead looks lowered compared to just a couple days ago from late 2021. I was even more convinced that it was a surgery after checking out these photos right here. If we zoom in on this photo, which will be probably in the month number 2 after his surgery, we see some very thin and wispy looking hairs, which are like 2 centimeters in front of his original hairline. And that's very unusual, that you don't see it naturally like that. And that's why this is another sign of a hair transplantation, where some hairs placed in the hairline, they didn't fall out completely. Why is that? Because normally the hairs on the hairline during the transplantation, they're placed in higher densities compared to, you know, behind in these zones, for example. And that's why from these high densely packed hairs, some of them will remain. They will not suffer the shock loss, and they will keep growing. So he was not shaving them off probably, and that's why we can notice how they are still there. So that's another sign of having had a hair transplantation a couple months ago. Now, after watching one of his last Instagram stories, I became way more certain that this in fact was a hair transplantation, and let me share with you why. We already start seeing how his new hairline starts getting a better frame, the hair starts growing, and the transplanted graft starts to thicken, obviously, and that's about the 3.5 month since his hair restoration. I think his hair restoration must have been in mid to late November 2021. So that would exactly coincide with, you know, the expected hair growth after so many months after the surgery, which would be again 30 to 40% result. And this is completely normal for such a time period after the hair restoration. The hair cannot be fully developed yet, it just starts growing, so that's exactly as it should be. We cannot really evaluate that result yet because it's not 100%, it's not even like 50%, so it's gonna be great to give it some months from now to do an update video and share with you guys how that transplanted hair actually looks, whether it's natural, whether the hairline design has been done properly, whether there are single soft looking grafts or follicles transplanted in the hairline, which is very important for the naturalness of that hairline overall. This will be coming in a month or two after me doing an update on his hairline. If everything goes as planned, I think his new hairline could look something like that. It could look like that if everything goes well, assuming he will get perfect graft survival, assuming the density has been done very, you know, high, at least like 45 grafts per square centimeter and more. Even that see-through effect will be then pretty low, and that hairline could look more or less like that on the photo, okay? In real life, obviously, some see-through effect will be there. You can never have no see-through effect after hair restoration because the density which will be done during the hair restoration is never as high as your normal hair density used to be before you started losing hair. I think it was very likely FUE because this is again his hair already after the surgery. It's from February 2022, and we can notice that there is no scar, like a linear scar, which would be a sign of FUT, follicular unit strip surgery, and neither from this angle, right? So this is clearly FUE, follicular unit extraction. He probably got around 2,000 grafts, plus minus, I'm not sure exactly. One thing, however, what Conor McGregor needs to pay attention to will be his diffusely thinning, or at least it appears to be as if it will be diffusely thinning, mid-scalp and portion of his crown. So if this photo is actually real and it's not actually too much lighting on top, which is making that situation worse than it is, in my opinion, maybe, but I think there is some degree of diffuse hair loss which we can notice on the mid-scalp. And this is crucial for Conor to keep that hair at least as thick as it is in this photo and not thinner, because in such case he actually may not have enough donor hair to cover it up in the future, because he already set his new hairline pretty low and he did even temples. So it's very risky for all of you guys who are planning to do something similar and have diffusely thinning mid scalp. It's crucial for you to keep that hair on the mid scalp for as many years as possible. Keep that existing hair as thick as possible. Now, that's what you can do with treatments I have mentioned before: minoxidil with microneedling, ketoconazole shampoo, and finasteride. This is the golden standard, okay? That's what you should be doing, and Conor as well. And many of you may be like, yeah, but Conor has so much money, he can do anything. Yes, but there is still a limitation to his donor, which he cannot buy. He cannot buy or himself like more follicles in the donor once they will be harvested from the bag and sides. They are limited again, okay? And if you harvest too much, you create over harvesting, you create patchy looking donor. It's not looking good aesthetically, okay? That was all I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to confirm that he got a transplant, and we will follow up during the next couple of months or two after, you know, to check how his newly transplanted hair grows and whether it's going to be a good result or not. And maybe he's going to even reveal some information along the way about his surgeon and all that. We'll find out about that. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was it. I'm going to be looking forward to see you in another update on Conor McGregor's hair transplant. And in the meantime, if you are interested in a hair transplant, you want to consult somebody one-on-one who can guide you, help you out, assist you on this journey, help you find the best doctor in your area or worldwide, you can check out the link below in the description where you can find a one-on-one call booking for my consults, where I can personally consult you on this matter and help you get the best hair transplant result possible, and also educate you on topics of hair loss management. If this is new to you and you are not even doing the most important thing, which is managing your hair loss first, that's something I can help you out with as well. So make sure you check out the consultation with me where you can book it, and I will usually reach out to you within 24 hours after you book the call, and then schedule a call with you in the next couple days or so. Guys, that was it from me. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time in the next video.